Oh boy, am I excited about a bunch of news that we got for Baldur's Gate BG3, the first PC wave of release things that we're going to have in Baldur's Gate. To remember that Baldur's Gate is going to be releasing on August 3rd, not 6th, August 3rd. That is, if you play the Early Access. If you play the Early Access, you get instant access to the Deluxe Edition, which is going to yield you 72 hours ahead of time before the rest of the peoples, before the rest of the folks, and then it's going to be followed by the release time, date, so on and so forth for PlayStation, and then on a later date, this has not been announced yet, but it's still going to be coming from for Xbox as soon as they figure out what are they going to do with the Series S release and that stuff. That said though, we do have right here, there's some little things that I not enjoy that much about this. Here's the release times that you are going to have. You are going to have to download the game on its entirety. Your save files are not going to work on the release date of this game because the game is going to be quite different, and the changes and stuff that they are doing on the final version of the game that is going to not carry your early access progress. So basically all of the early access progress that you have on your characters, that is going to be wiped out, and you are still going to have to download the entirety of the game. Now we're not going to have, this is like a suspect that I have. I do not think that we're going to have a preload available because technically the game is already out because of the early access. So prior to the actual complete release date, the game is still going to be on early access, but the early access is going to have to be wiped out for you to be able to access the complete launch of the game, meaning that we're not going to have our preloads that we generally have with different games. So yeah, that is a bummer. That is the things about the release things. Now they did say as well that we are not going to have our creative mode, which is the tool that we had in Divinity Original Sin 2 that allowed us to create campaigns, that allow us to create modules, which is weird, you know. It's actually quite weird because we did have custom modules on previous games, much older games like Neverwinter Nights. I always mention Neverwinter Nights, just that I am a junkie, Neverwinter Nights junkie. Anyways, we're not going to have that one here. At least there's no close plans for that because the game is massive. The game is huge. It would require quite a lot of work, and actually creative mode wasn't actually that popular on Divinity Original Sin 2, so it was more of a kind of a niche thing. A lot of people used it, so I think that they didn't see a profitable revenue of getting resources to be developing those tools. What I do love, and what is going to be amazing, is that there's going to be mod support, much like the mod support that you had in Divinity Original Sin 2, meaning that you're not going to necessarily, if you want to, you're still going to have to go to the Nexus platform to download your personal mods, but there's also a community hub where you're going to be able to download directly your own mods into your PC version of the game, which is chef's kiss. It's something beautiful. I love it. I wish that more people would follow this kind of pipeline and things. And I do not know, dude. It just makes me happy that we're going to have that much of accessibility when it comes to mods, and that is just mod friendly. I just love that because mods add a whole lot of replayability value to all of these games, and being able to just go to your Steam page and then download the things right there, it's just going to be gorgeous. It's just going to be amazing. And then finally, these news are the ones that keep me happy the most. These are the ones that make me the happiest man alive. Like I said previously on my previous videos and whatnots, I am a huge fan of D&D games. I love Neverwinter Nights, I love Baldur's Gate, I love Icewind Dale, I love a whole bunch of Sword Coast Legends, and it's just, I just love D&D, dude. I just love D&D. Even the not so popular titles for D&D, I just love them. The thing is that usually what happens, we knew that there was going to be Respec. That was something that we knew, that was for granted, that was for sure. Now we know that this character, I'm guessing that we are going to have insta access to our Respec because this dude, he's going to be the one respecting our characters. But even more than that, I think that they are going to change a little bit of the things of the campaign, but I do not think that it's going to take quite a while for you to unlock this character. But the thing is that also you're going to be able to multi-class, reclass, respec every single character in your party. they did announce that there was going to be hirelings, that there was going to be sales sorts, so that basically gave me like this predisposition of not being able to multi-class or reclass this kind of dudes, because usually the purpose of hirelings is it was just going to be, it used to be on different games like Pillars of Eternity, Neverwinter Nights, every CRPG that you can think of, you always have the ability to have hireling characters on taverns, because they are the ones that you can actually build to your leisure and heart's content, while the main characters that have a side story, that have a origin, that they are already pre-established characters, you would never be able to change them because it wouldn't that much make sense to the plot of the story. And I think that to some people it doesn't make that much sense again in here, because Shadowheart is a cleric from an order of clerics. So the thing is that, for example, Gale is still going to be referred to in many of the cutscenes, even if you're making him a warrior, a barbarian. Regardless of what you make out of that character, you are still going to be referred to in several cutscenes and several of the narrative plot things that you have of those characters. They are still going to be referred to as what they were meant to be originally. The thing is that, yes, it might seem like kind of weird, but you know, dude, I just love that, because now I can have the main characters, I can explore their side quests, I can do their content, while at the same time I don't have to go to a murky tavern to gather a group of followers, a entirety of a new party to be able to build them to my heart's content, because now you can basically build the entirety of your party at your heart's content. So yeah, that makes me happy. It really does makes me happy, and I'm just so thrilled that we're actually finally going to be able to play this thing, and that this changes, even changes are coming and coming and coming closer to release date even. So yeah, I think that these changes are heading in the right direction. And I hope to see you guys in the Faerun lands and release date. I'll be seeing you guys. Them go just some beautiful people in the next one. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel before I close the door, and goodbye. Have a nice day.